Hello, I'm JP Sears. Let's awaken to the wisdom that you have in your dreams at night. I personally believe we all have a holy book written about us. And I believe that holy book is read to us every night as a bedtime story through the voice of the dreams that come to us while we're sleeping at night. While I think the dreamscape is a world that is absolutely infinite, I would like to share with you some finite insights to help you navigate your dream world. My experience is that our dreams come to us with great purpose and precision. They are there to show us where we are stuck in our life and to also show us how to grow, expand, and heal beyond our stuckness. I'd invite you to consider that your dreams are part of a sacred communication channel between the collective unconscious, or maybe we could even call that your soul, and your personal unconscious and your personal conscious mind. I believe where a lot of our stuckness is, our wounding, our pain that needs to be healed and that we can grow from, resides in our personal unconscious and our personal conscious minds. So here our dreams are an open channel of communication that our conscious and unconscious minds are receiving from our soul. That's showing us what we work so hard to resist and be in denial of. We work so hard to keep our eyes closed to what we don't want to see. And luckily our dreams come to us and show us what we need to see, albeit it's not what we necessarily want to see. It's what brings us more meaning and growth in our life, not necessarily comfort. My take is when we go to sleep at night, we enter a more awakened consciousness in our dream world. And then when we wake up in the morning, we actually enter a more sleepy consciousness. And I don't know about your ego, but I'll speak for my ego. Hello, dear ego. Thank you for being here. But my ego likes to say, no, here while I'm awake. This is when I'm more conscious. But let's maybe translate that. Through the delusion of the ego, maybe that translates to, okay, in this waking world where I think I'm more conscious, maybe that's my ego's way of saying, no, this waking world is where I feel more in control. Interesting. And maybe wherever we have more control, more of a sense of control that our egos have, we're constricted. We constrict consciousness. But our ego likes to call that controlled, constricted consciousness awakened consciousness. So let's flip the script on that. What if when we are asleep at night where you and I have zero conscious control over what we're dreaming, maybe that is a very awakened world that we're blessed enough to wake up into as we go to sleep at night. Would you consider that all people dream? Some people remember their dreams, some people don't remember their dreams. Some people remember memories from early childhood. Some people don't remember those memories. But just because we don't remember our early childhood doesn't mean it didn't happen. Just because we wake up in the morning and we don't necessarily recall our dreams doesn't mean they weren't there. The first invitation of collecting the wisdom of your dreams is intend to remember your dreams. Deliberately intend to remember your dreams. I have become astonished when I'm working with clients and I'm asking them, would you pay attention to your dreams between now and our next session? Write your dreams down and send them to me. Because there's important stuff that happens there. I am amazed when clients say, well, I never remember dreams, JP. Probably 90% of the time when I ask them, well, that's okay. Yet would you be willing before you go to bed at night to set the intention to remember your dreams in the morning? And they say, sure. 90% of the time they come back very surprised. I remembered my dreams. It's just kind of like your friends don't show up at your house unless you invite them to show up. Our dreams don't show up in our memory bank in the morning unless we invite them to. A second invitation is keep a dream journal. Now, as soon as I wake up in the morning, because I write slow, I voice record my dreams. I grab my phone out, I voice record it. And actually, if I wake up in the middle of the night, I voice record my dreams then. The sooner you can record your dreams, the more detail you're going to recall, and therefore the deeper the waters are of your own wisdom that you're going to be able to swim in. If you prolong recording your dreams, details, memories, even recollection that you even had the dream, it can escape you. My preference is I voice record my dreams as soon as they come to me, the first time I wake up after a dream, and then later on the next day, I'll transcribe it so I can read it and, okay, here's what happened. Another insight that's so essential, at least to me, when it comes to dream interpretation is avoid the seduction of needing to be certain about what any given dream means. The saying goes that curiosity killed the cat. Well, when it comes to the dream world, I think certainty kills the cat and curiosity enlivens the dream world. So our job when we're recording our dreams and looking at them is to simply be curious. Please eliminate the need to be certain. What is the meaning of this dream? I need to be certain about it. That will constrict the dream world very quickly. It kills the mystery, the benefit of it. So taking on a curious mindset, wow, I had this dream. I don't know what it means, yet I'm curious about some possibilities. When you and I can be curious about possibilities, then we can explore more freely. Another insight is avoid literal interpretation and graduate into symbolic interpretation. So when we have dreams at night, a lot of times if we looked at it literally, like in a very literal, logical way, we'd say, holy cow, there is some sort of crazy, insane, schizophrenic consciousness painting an abstract picture here in this dream. It means nothing. Literal interpretation will kill dream work. Symbolic interpretation. So it's like you go to the art museum and you see an abstract painting, an eyeball in the middle of the guy's head, and he's half human, half zebra, half dolphin. He's got 3 halves to him, apparently. It's good math, JP. It's very abstract, but if we look at it symbolically, we'd say, oh, what does this painting mean to me? So our job is when we look at our dreams and all the nuances in our dreams is to ask ourselves with curiosity, what does this mean to me? My experience of the dream world is it's a language that speaks symbolically. That's very hard for our egos, our human minds, to dance with. And please take my opinion, hear my opinion, don't take it unless it's your opinion. My opinion is that our dreams are generated from an element of our soul, not our human mind, not our ego. So if we try and listen to the higher consciousness language of our dreams, through the lower consciousness, literal language of our ego, we are going to be looking at the cover of our holy book and never opening it. So as an example of how to curiously and symbolically explore a dream once you've recorded it, I'd like to use an example from my life. So this dream starts off, I'm in a taxi cab trying to get to an airport, and no matter what I'm trying, I just can't get there. There's heavy traffic, I'm stuck, I'm in this taxi cab, and I am desperate to get on an airplane. And in this dream, I feel very anxious, very afraid. Then I look out of the window of a taxi cab, and I see my friend Brett riding through the street on a horse. Pretty interesting. So that is the literal expression of the dream. I'm looking at that, and now here's where it gets curiously magical. I look at, well, what does all of that symbolically represent? So let's take a quick little journey through these literal details that we've just drawn a picture of. So there I am in a taxi cab. What does that symbolically represent to me? What does it mean to me? Well, it means I'm not in control. Someone else is driving. I am not in control. Another element, I'm trying to get to an airport. Well, what does an airplane mean to me? Well, it means I'm flying away. I'm getting out of here. I'm leaving. So there's the symbolic representation of the airplane for me. And then, of course, there's my friend Brett. Now, what does Brett mean to me? In real life, he is my literal friend. And what is the symbolic consciousness of what Brett is to me? To me, he is a very caring, wholehearted person. He genuinely cares about me. And I feel that in my heart about him. And then he's on a horse. Well, what does the horse represent? Well, for me, a horse symbolically represents power. I mean, it is a very powerful animal. In reminding ourselves, dreams show us where we're stuck, and they also show us how to grow and heal beyond our own limits. So a curious symbolic look at this dream might just be showing me, okay, JP, there you are when you are out of control in your life. You feel very afraid. You feel very anxious. And here's what you need to see. Maybe, curiously, says the dream world, you need to see that you try and escape it, JP. In your life, you try and get on airplanes and leave anytime you feel out of control and therefore afraid and anxious. So the dream world's maybe showing me that's what I do. And then it's showing me how to grow. Look at this very caring, powerful, symbolic expression. It's coming and meeting me right in the heart of my fears and anxieties. It's meeting me in traffic where I have zero control. I'm not even the one driving the car. I have no control over how heavy the traffic is. So my curious mind is wondering, is the dream consciousness showing me that I need to bring my care, my power into the parts of me that are afraid and anxious and feel out of control? To consciously unite that, to consciously unite my inner elements of Brett on the horse, my caring power, with my fearful anxiety, instead of flighting from my fearful anxiety. Is that what the dream is here to teach me to do so that I can grow and heal? I surely don't know. I am certain that I'm not certain, yet I'm certain that I'm curious, and I'm curious about why I'm certain that I'm curious about that. And that's just one small, quick, beautiful book of curiosity to open about a dream. I don't know about you, but I'd say this is highly artistic. I'd give it an A+. I think it deserves to go on the refrigerator. There's a quote of Alan Watts I'd invite you to consider. Alan Watts once said, "Life is not a question to be answered. It's not a problem to be solved. It is a mystery to be experienced." Could we apply that to the dream world? It's not a problem to be solved. It's not a question to be answered. It is a mystery to be experienced. For me, what is far more important than quote-unquote dream interpretation is dream intimacy. Be far more intimate with the dream than you are of your interpretations of the dream, even your curious interpretations. The dream is there to be intimately experienced, explored. It's a mystery, yes. And is there rich benefit for us going there? My experience is yes. In fact, my experience with dreams, I have personally been doing dream work with a professional dream therapist. Her name's Lee Randolph, and I've been working with her for over a year, once a week on my dreams. And I personally have felt so much benefit and enlightenment about myself. Because when I'm awake, I get pretty defended. I become too slick. My ego becomes too slick at hiding parts of me from it. So learning to pay close attention to my dream and my work with Lee has been very beneficial. In fact, so beneficial I wanted to share this video with you. In fact, perhaps Lee would be a great resource for you if you are interested in doing one-on-one, very focused dream work in your life. I will put a link to how you can find Lee in the video description below, so feel free to check that out if you'd like. I appreciate you watching. Be sure to subscribe to my channel. New videos come out every week. And also, if you enjoyed this video, feel free to give it a like and share it with your friends.